So it's been 2 months since Samsung's Galaxy Buds hit the shelves, and I've been using them every day since then. My final review a month ago determined that these are worth their $130 price tag and provide everything you need here in 2019 from a truly wireless earbud. But I want to talk to you about some new experiences I've had since then and share some great improvements Samsung has made through software updates since release date. Let's get started. So I've said all along that the amount of convenience the Galaxy Buds provide is their largest selling point, and I want to reiterate this with some new experiences I've had. Starting with the case, the pill-shaped design with a flat base makes this a perfect choice for anyone working a desk job, as it can sit nearby on your desk and it is a seamless process to open the case and throw the buds in your ears or place them back in the case. This flat bottom design also allows for better one-handed accessibility more so than the AirPods, where you can easily open with one hand, place them on the desk, and grab the buds with one hand if your other hand is occupied at the time. When convenience is the selling point, the little things add up to make a product great. The wireless charging capability of the case is honestly more of a selling point than I had expected. For the past month, I've been throwing this case on my wireless charger, and using Type-C hasn't even crossed my mind. And last but not least, I am doubling down on the form factor, being portable enough to fit in a smaller pocket of your pants. I've been doing this daily, and other channels seem to have followed suit as we began doing it. Interesting. Now onto the buds themselves. Samsung has sent out a few software updates in the past couple months, and the latest one has been most helpful, featuring improved touch controls and additional touch control features. In my last review, I stated this: the touch controls work as intended, although your touches must be precise for the desired result. So, with that said, I can now change my broad "the touch controls work as intended" assessment to "the touch controls are amazing." Before, you had to be extremely precise with the taps, but now you can perform the taps at varying speeds, as I'm doing my best to demonstrate to you right now. You can triple tap quickly or triple tap slowly, and either way the buds now know exactly what you want to do. Also, at the time of the last review, you were only able to access quick ambient sound from the touchpads, meaning you had to place a finger on the earbud at all times to use the ambient sound feature. But now, if the control is set to your buds, you can briefly hold down the touchpad to permanently turn on the ambient sound mode, and this grew on me very quickly, as I enjoyed being able to tune everything out and or switch back to ambient mode straight from my buds opposed to jumping into my phone to select the setting. This update also brought some Bixby features, but I honestly have not used them ever. The functions do work as intended though, so you can give Bixby a little bit of credit there. Now, a lot of you had complaints regarding call quality, especially outdoors. Now, if we're talking indoors, I have had absolutely no issues at all. Every phone call I've had, I've asked the person on the other end if they can hear me clearly, and they've all said yes, and I can hear them fine as well. But outdoors definitely has the potential to become problematic, so I went out to a noisy area to try and demonstrate this for you.
So I've been getting a lot of complaints about call quality outside and especially near noise. So I'm actually right next to a highway right now, just trying to gauge how call quality can sound. This is what the person on the other end will be hearing.
Another minor gripe I've been experiencing is with the buds' sensors detecting whether or not they are in your ears. It may entirely be a personal issue, factoring in my ear size and using the medium wing and ear tips consistently, but when wearing the buds for a while, the right bud will ever so slightly sneak itself away from my ear just enough that the bud thinks it has been removed. The buds still plays audio as intended, but the touch controls no longer function, and I have to reposition the bud in my ear to get the chime letting me know that the bud recognizes its placement in my ear, and then I have the ability again to use touch controls. Another thing worth mentioning is the, at times, spotty Bluetooth connection. Now, 95% of the time these buds work great and you won't have any problems, but for me, for whatever reason, some specific movements result in a bit of static feedback or complete cutouts. One specific example I have of this is when I'm e-skating and quickly look behind me to see if there's any traffic coming. Whenever I do this, the buds cut out for a split second. Again, this is a specific scenario and it may not apply to normal experiences of others, but I have to mention it. Samsung has put out a couple software updates regarding Bluetooth connectivity up to this point, so I can't be the only one dealing with some minor connectivity issues. And now a few things I want to quickly recap on. Battery life. The battery life is great on these, and by great I mean I've never really had to worry about the battery life, whereas prior earbuds I've owned, I felt the end was always near. Again, if the case is on your desk and you're always putting the buds in the case, or keeping a single bud in your ear and a bud in the case, or taking a break from wearing both buds for a bit, battery is never an issue. The advertised 6-hour playtime is legit. Now, regarding sound quality, I still stand by my original statement in that the overall sound presentation of the buds are good, and the bass isn't great, but certainly not bad either. It is also worth mentioning that the larger size ear tip you choose, the less sound leakage you will have, meaning better sound quality. In my personal testing, the small ear tips were letting outside noise come in, and music didn't sound nearly as immersive when I threw on the medium tips. The outside world was then shut out, and it almost felt like a night and day difference. Position the buds properly in your ears for the best experience. And lastly, comfort. I was never the biggest fan of in-ear earbuds, but these have officially changed my viewpoint on them with their amount of comfort. I'm not sure if it's because of their size, the light weight and lack of wires, or the various ear wingtips that will ensure a proper fit for your own ears, but I really don't feel any bit of obtrusiveness with these. And sure, other earbuds may offer this same feel, but a lot of other buds have physical button controls on the sides, which force you to press these in-ear earbuds in your ears even more, which then provides discomfort. The tap controls on the Galaxy Buds are perfectly implemented with comfort in mind. So to sum up all this information into a few sentences, I can still wholeheartedly recommend the Galaxy Buds to anyone aside from audiophiles, but on top of that, these are a perfect choice for anyone working a desk job. There are some minor issues, no product is perfect, but for me, they do not take anything away from what make these buds a great product to own and use. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, post a comment down below, and please consider subscribing. I hope to see you around for the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.